Oh, that's a good fish. Oh, it's a big white fish. No, that's a big trout, I think. He's tired though. Oh wow, that's a fucking awesome trout. Come on. Come here, baby. Yeah! Welcome back, fisher folk. Today we are changing it up and we are back on the Deschutes. Not winter steelheading today. Pretty much all of my local rivers, all the rivers in my usual arsenal are blown out. We've had a lot of rain, a lot of snow, a lot of ice. But you know, the Deschutes pretty much never blows out except for occasionally in the spring, but it takes a lot of water to blow out the Deschutes, so let's give it a go here. As some of you know, I've never been skunked on the Deschutes in my life, but today is January 26th, so we're out here putting that record on the line for sure. So let's get to it and hopefully avoid that bait. This right here that I'm casting into looks like some pretty good winter water to me. It's got current out there. Obviously the Deschutes is big. There's nowhere where there isn't big current nearby. There we go. Fish on. Whitefish. I was hoping we could at least get some whitefish to keep the skunk off today. Wow, how well timed with the camera and everything. First fish of the day. Okay, we're keeping the record unbroken. Pretty good whitefish. Little skinny. Post-spawn fish probably. I think they spawn in the fall. Let's see, about 14 inches or so. Happy with that. Oh my gosh, guys. It feels really good to catch a fish. I know I've caught one winter steelhead and lost one, but that's still just hardly any fish, you know, and it almost feels like it happens by accident. I'm just standing out there for so long, just like, I mean, obviously I'm like paying attention and trying to fish as effectively as I can, but you're basically just hoping. And, you know, had something pulling on the end of the line just now within an hour that I intended to put there, so yeah, it's a good reprieve. But this is good winter water because there's a lot of nice soft slack water here, and in the winter a lot of times you're gonna get fish in that easier water as opposed to the faster stuff. So what I mean, you got like this nice current out here, then all the way inside is pretty much slack, but there's kind of a lot of eddying going on and just a lot of soft water right here on the edge, like very easy to hold in. And that is oftentimes, not always, but oftentimes the kind of thing you're looking for in the winter. Although I also like very shallow water. Just not because there's always, there we go, another tiny whitefish. Not because there's always fish in it, but there are sometimes, and generally when there are fish in shallow water, they're very catchable. They're ready to eat. This is the opposite of the first whitefish we caught. Hold still. God damn. Whitefish never like to stop moving. They're even worse than bows. There we go. Alrighty. Wow. There we go. That's a trout. Ooh, crashed right into me. Oh, I'm standing so deep. Oh, there we go. Let's go. Looks like the hook fell out maybe. Beautiful. Sweet. Okay, right now I'm running my carrot and stick rig. Carrot, orange perdigon. Got a fly tying video out, I'll link to that. And stick, olive quildagon. Simple, but I'll put a fly tying video out for that too at some point. This is all good knowledge. The fish are indeed, I fished through some faster stuff with nothing, so they're, at least I'm catching some in the classic winter water right now. Well, good start, honestly. The last time I was here in January or February, I only caught one, which is the closest I've ever come to not catching anything. So 3 already today, one of them was a trout. Pretty happy with that. So it's time for our daily fish biology lesson, especially if you're new to fishing or trout fishing. So trout, like most fish, are cold-blooded. Obviously, it's cold out here. It is above freezing though. Basically, being cold-blooded means that their metabolism changes with the temperature. So the lower the temperature, the slower their metabolism. The warmer it is, the faster their bodies are running. So they're not burning very much energy to just exist, and they don't need to eat very much, and they don't digest very fast when it's cold. So a fish might eat one big meal every so often and just not eat most of the time. And they just don't need to eat most of the time because they're not using very much energy. They're, you know, cold. But what I have going for me, and this is what I was hoping for, when you're going winter fishing for trout, it's really good to keep an eye on the weather. So even though it's cold, well, what you want to look for is like a stretch of warm days if you can. I mean, generally, the warmer, especially in a place like this that is cold, the warmer the day you can catch, the better. But especially if you can catch a stretch of warm days somewhere in the middle, not the first day, will be the best, because it'll kind of get them moving. And also just temperature differential. It's only a little above freezing right now. Today is a Friday. But last week, it was so fucking cold. I mean, that was our big ice storm in Portland. I bet it was under 10 up here, probably like 0, something like that. So now, 35 or 36 or whatever it is, that's warm now. So this is actually, a lot of times after a cold snap like that, you'll do well. Basically, that's all I'm saying. So, yeah. Keep an eye on the weather if you're gonna go winter trout fishing, but obviously, it can still be worth it. If I came out here and only caught one fish, I'd be disappointed. But like I said, everything else was blown out. This is kind of my only good option. So anyway, let's do some more fishing. The river is honestly running higher than I realized. This is usually like a miniature pool over here, but not today. Normally I would Euro nymph this whole spot, but it's so much deeper and wider than usual. I'll put on, I mean, I can Euro nymph where it is, and I did already, but put on the indicator and drift nice and slow through some of that slower water on the other side there. Makes it easier to execute what I want to do. Probably the bottom. Got someone fairly strong here, probably a small trout. Yeah. Nice. Took longer to dig him out of there than I would have expected. On the carrot. Gotta learn how to tie it. Beautiful. Yeah, I think I just need to be fishing real close to the bottom as much as possible. That one was like right on the bottom. I don't have the heaviest flies on though, because I wanted to go for, I didn't want to put on anything like huge. Just because it's the winter, I don't think they're gonna want. Sometimes really big works in the winter, but it's not really my go-to. Didn't really anticipate this fish. We're really doing pretty good today. Big spots on him. Cool. Oh, that's a good fish. Oh, it's a big white fish. No, that's a big trout, I think. He's tired though. Oh wow, that's a fucking awesome trout. Come on. Come here, baby. Yeah! Woo! Straight up, I think that's a summer steelhead, maybe. Wow. Yeah, I think that's a, oh, I don't know, man. Doesn't look that steelheady, but he's huge. Wow, that fish is crazy. Oh my God. I kind of want to say it's a steelhead, but I think I don't know, man. Okay, let me get out my phone. Oh, she's super snaky. That makes me think steelhead even more. This fish has already spawned though, if so, which would be early, but wow, that's so cool. Okay, let's see what we got here. This is a two-hand fish. Wow, wow. That is so sick. Wild fish. Let's see here. 12. Just about 20 inches. That is so sweet. She's off. Dude, that is amazing. That was pretty sweet. Tough to say for sure what that fish was. Could have been a big trout, but I am gonna bet that that was a small summer steelhead that's just still in the river. She was right about 20 inches. She was super thin, like, I mean, she still had some strength in her, but she wasn't like a hot fish at all. But yeah, just because she was so thin, seems like maybe she'd spawn. It just doesn't seem likely to me that I'm catching a 20-inch Deschutes. It's like when I think, what is more likely? That I caught a small steelhead on January 26th, or one of the biggest Deschutes fish I'll see all year on January 26th. Steelhead just comes up the more likely. So I don't know for sure, but you know, let me know in the comments. What do you think? There we go. Oh. Maybe more of a fish than I thought at first. It's got to be a trout. No whitefish pulling like that. It's a pretty good fish. Damn. Damn. We're having an excellent day. The carrot is crushing. Man, I tried to get a video of that last one with my phone, and it didn't work out. Tempted to do, I mean, this is obviously a much smaller fish, but wow, that fish is sick. Okay, right now we're trying to find out if I can get a good thumbnail. There we go. Right off that rock point there. Another one for the carrot. Last time I was out here, the stick was crushing, but today it's the carrot. You know, some days they want a bribe, some days they want the stick. That was dumb. Dumb carrot and stick joke. I always keep some extra of my bipolar and anxiety meds in the car so that when I get up at 4:30 to go fishing and I forget to take it, I can take it now. So, took it now. Come on, indicator. Indicate. Oh, damn it. Well, that sucked. Now we're fucking wet. Oh. God damn it. Well, we'll have to see how that goes. Could end up going home early because of that. That little slip right there. Fucking A. This is why you always must bring a change of clothes if you're fishing in the winter. Because now I'm in a situation where, you know, it's cold out here. I'm gonna try and keep fishing, but it is serious, you know? Damn. So right now we're working some real near shore eddies. Just hoping that down in the rocks somewhere there's a fish hanging out. Perfect. Well, folks, I've not caught a fish in a while. My left leg is absolutely soaked. And now it's raining in earnest. So, we love winter fishing. Let's go. Well, didn't take one for a while, but this is a happy one too. It's a good one. Nice. Ooh. Nice. I guess our day ain't over yet. On the carrot still. Last time the stick crushed, but it's just all about the carrot today. Man, it's midwinter and that's like spawning colors on this fish. Straight up. Beautiful. That one's 13 or so. That's sick. I've never fished this spot before, so that's rewarding. See if we can't get another right here. I was startled when the Indy went down, but I was like, well, I was kind of expecting it to be the bottom, but I was also like, man, it just doesn't seem likely that I'm hitting the bottom here, so it's probably a fish. I think indicator nymphing is really fun because I think it's exciting to watch and wait, and then the Indy does go down. Gets my heart rate up. Unfortunately, I'm trying to not film for too long of stretches right now because I'm trying to keep the lens from getting too much rain on it. Maybe I can angle you guys down slightly. Come on, give me another. Give me another. I'm really not too cold, except that my left leg is on fire. Good to know that there's fish here. Let's run it right through all these big rocks and see what happens. Right in here is the money. Maybe a little further out in the river. Well, what happens when you run it through the big rocks? You get stuck on a rock. I guess that adds up. Probably a stick, to be honest. This is all like real funky water out here, but could hold fish. Don't really know what the currents are going to be like down on the bottom. But if they're running straight, I mean, doesn't seem likely to be the case since they're not up on top, but it's worth casting into as I'm on my way by. Because that's like a great pace of water right there. Even if it's kind of muddled water, confused water. See, that's perfect. I could catch a fish right there. I believe it. If there's good structure down there, it's possible, especially in the winter. It's good soft water. Right now, I'm working my way back up into the spot that I found in my last Deschutes video that paid off so unexpectedly well. So this will be my second time ever fishing it. I'm excited. Last time it was early December, so we'll see how that compares, which was awesome, to late January. That's right where they were last time. Right in there. How interesting. It fished incredible 2 months ago. Nothing. Oh, there we go. I spoke too soon. Woo! It's a good fish. Nice. We like that. Oh, wow, that's a pretty one. A lot of spots on her. She's fat. Try and give you guys a look here. That's sick as hell. Sweet. I might go back to the last video. We're gonna go back to the last video and see if I can figure out if that was one of the same fish that I caught last time. That would be interesting to know. Last time they were stacked up though. They're clearly not stacked like that this time. Another one. I put on the indicator because river's deeper, so that one that I caught was on the far outside edge of my cast. Gonna have a much easier time fishing out there with the indicator than with the Euro, so maybe they're stacked up, but a little further out. Give it another whirl here. This is a stretch I've fished twice maybe. I've never caught anything here, but I see people fishing it with some frequency and it does look good. Maybe a little too gravelly, but it does look good. So we're gonna give it a go. My thinking is that I almost always skip it because I don't know, it's just too obvious. There's oftentimes people, but raining, snow everywhere, January 26th. Decent chance nobody's fished through this in a little bit, so I can give it a relatively fresh look. It's worth a little experimentation. This is a constant movement kind of spot. Simple. No need to sit around, work the same things over and over. If there are fish here, I'll find them, and then I'll slow down a little if I think I need to, but yeah, this is not a spot for dilly-dallying. Probably getting on towards the end of my day here though. Just starting to get cold. All right, guys, it's time for me to head home. I gotta admit, and I think I've talked about this on camera before, I have this self-image of myself as a very hard-working fisherman. So sometimes when I leave early, I feel kind of guilty and bad because it conflicts with that image, but it's kind of dumb because that doesn't hurt anybody but me. And on top of that, it's been a really amazing day. I caught many fish, numerous big fish, a holdover steelhead. I mean, you really couldn't ask for more. On January 26th, I mean, depths of winter, snow on the ground. This is about as good as it gets, in my opinion. And it's been really nice to have a break from the steelheading. I've just been steelheading straight for like 2 months. I've caught one fish, lost one fish. That's just a grind. And let me stay away from the loud water while I finish up this outro. And it's just really nice to do some trout. I love trout, and have a day of like, I'm actually catching some fish in the places where they're supposed to be and getting to feel something pull back on the other end of the line with some consistency. So that's been really awesome. Anyway, I put out new videos every Monday, usually a video on Thursday as well. So do me a favor, like, comment, and especially subscribe, and I will catch y'all in the next one.